From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your afternoon update.
A busy evening possibly in store here across the Tennessee Valley. We'll start you out taking a look at the advisories for flood possibility, which I think is one of the many threats we're facing here as we head through the next 12 to 24 hours. This is valid until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to get some heavy rain and storms training on top of each other. Southern Middle Tennessee currently in this flood watch, but it's entirely possible, if not likely, this will extend down into North Alabama and Northeast Mississippi with time as well as we start to see those storms actually developing here over the next 6 to 12 hours. So just want to start you out with that so that we can kind of get a sense of all of the threats we have today. So first things first, let's take a look across the area. A little bit overcast, but we're mostly facing some sun right now. It's pretty humid, hot out there, for lack of a better term. Of course, today is going to be the hottest day of the week, and this is shaping up to let those storms manifest and strengthen as they head in. Of course, they're mostly off to the north right now. You can see just behind the banner here, way off to the northwest, we have some thunderstorm activity, but nothing really locally, nothing on the local radar here. The stuff you see here is just called second trip echo. That means it's detecting those storms way off to the north. So we're calm right now and in the 80s, but check out to our north. We got that big line of storms pushing east here. A tornado watch as well extending into the South Nashville metro up to Decatur County. Not in our viewing area, but it's entirely likely we'll probably see some watches popping up for the Tennessee Valley here in due time through this evening. The reason being, of course, we have that severe weather threat across the area. Level 2 out of 5 risk for all of us across the Tennessee Valley. In fact, the new update will be coming in shortly, and this orange area, this level 3, will be extended all the way down to the Tennessee River. So all of us in southern middle Tennessee, level 3 out of 5 risk. North Alabama, most of us are in a level 2 out of 5 risk. Level 3 indicates the possibility for damaging winds, 60 to 70 miles an hour, and also large hail. So the possibility of some tornadoes. Let's take a look at those threats here. I think a few tornadoes will be possible with some of those areas mixed into the line here through tonight, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Damaging winds, too, are probably the primary threat with these storms as well. Some of those winds could be up to 70 miles an hour, so this is definitely nothing to sneeze at. That much is for sure. And we could very well see hail up to the size of about $50. If you remember, those things are about that big. That's enough to leave a dent or a crack in the windshield. And of course, as we started this out with, localized flooding will be possible, and I'm starting to think more and more that's probably going to be true for all of us. So in southern middle Tennessee, northeast Mississippi, and North Alabama. Of course, with those possibilities there of tornadoes through the night, we're going to have to talk about how to get those warnings. I'll discuss that more in a second, but let's take a look at the timeline, right? Because I'm saying tonight, well, what do I mean by that? So as we head through this evening, to be honest with you, I really don't see much in the way of activity. I think we're good through past sunset. We're staying in the 80s through about 7, 8 o'clock. And as we head through tonight and into the midnight time frame, check that out. See that off to the north? Sure enough, we start to get this kind of scattered thunderstorm development locally, which we'll have to watch very carefully around midnight to 1 a.m. This big line then drags south here in about 2, 3 in the morning. We're getting this big time line of thunderstorms here across the area with temperatures still in the 70s, so the environment is favorable for these to possibly be severe. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. That pushes off to the east by about sunrise. We're still seeing some thunderstorms by the Tennessee River. By 7, 8 o'clock, most of it has moved out of here. So I'm not expecting you to stay constantly awake for the next 12 hours and watch this roll in at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. However, here's what I want you to do. Have reliable warning methods. The NOAA weather radios, the alerts on your phone, our free app. All of these things are very loud if warnings are issued. So, like I said, I don't expect you to sit up watching this for 12 to 16 hours. We'll have you covered there. Just be sure while you're sleeping you have something that can wake you up, and make sure it's loud so that if a warning is issued, you can take the proper precautions. And know where your safe place is if that warning is issued. So where are you going to go? Of course, the best place to go, outside of mobile homes, back to a sturdy structure, lowest floor, away from windows. An underground or a certified safe room is really preferred if such an opportunity is available to you. And again, no mobile homes. Not knocking them. They're great affordable housing, but they're not safe in tornadoes and even in some of the higher end straight line wind situations. Helmets for everybody. Protect your head and neck from flying debris. 80-90% of fatalities in tornadoes are due to head and neck trauma, so you really want to put those helmets on. If you have a pot or pan, put that on your head. It might look goofy in the moment. Post a safe place selfie on Twitter, get a good laugh out of it. You'll be just fine. What matters is that you're protected. And like I just said, mobile homes, absolute no-no. Pick out a sturdy structure to go to right about now, I think would be best. And really, it's good to have this as a part of your plan if you live in a mobile home. Say a neighbor who has a site-built structure, the gas station down the street, that sort of thing, because mobile homes are very dangerous in severe weather. And like I said, it is not a knock on mobile homes. They wouldn't be so popular if they weren't so useful in terms of that. They're great affordable housing. You just don't want to be caught in one during a tornado or even some of those upper end straight line wind situations, right? So we'll have to watch that very carefully. And of course, you should stay informed here. One of the best ways to do that is with our app. We're always keeping an eye on it, checking it. We have the Viper Interactive Radar and our local radar there on it with the hourly and 7-day forecast. And of course, most important to tonight, we give you those morning notifications if anything is issued. And if there is a warning issued, you can tune in right there on the app to see our live streaming weather. And it is 100% free. You do not have to pay a dime. You can scan that right there, take a picture or screenshot of this. It'll take you right to our app where you can download it and tune in with us. And of course, we're on Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, and YouTube. You can just search for Tennessee Valley Weather, and I know a lot of you watch us on YouTube and Facebook, and of course, you know how to find us there, right? So we're definitely concise here. Let's take a look at the big picture here before we wrap up. Looking pretty decent in the extended term. We just have to get through tonight. Temperatures stay in the 80s in the big picture. Maybe a few spotty shower chances towards the end of the week. What I think is we just have to get through tonight. We have some reasonable weather to look forward to. And for our Memorial Day, I think there's some spotty remnant thundershower activity, but it looks mostly fine, especially in the second half of the day. Thanks for joining me for this forecast update. I'll be back with you at 6 and 9 for other looks at your forecast. And if a warning is issued, me and Fred and Ben will be with you live nonstop until the danger is over. Thanks for joining me. I'll speak to you soon.